We are going to integrate simple functions within defined limits. Look at the description. You need to be able to integrate simple functions within defined limits. This is called definite integration. Okay, let's continue. You met indefinite integration in book C1. Indefinite means we have integration for function 3x squared with respect to x, without defining where does the x start and end. So we simply used to apply the formula and add a constant, which is the c. It is an arbitrary constant. In order to remember the formula that you already studied, you can go back to this chapter. In this formula you have integral for x to the power n dx. Remember that the elongated s means integrate. X to the power n is the function that will be integrated. The dx is the variable to integrate with respect to, and the formula is setting x to the power n plus 1 divided by n plus 1 plus a constant. However, there is a condition. The n should be different than minus 1. This is exactly what happened above. 3 is a constant, it remains the same. X to the power 2 plus 1 divided by 2 plus 1, which is 3, plus constant. Now what is different is that we will work with definite integration. That means you will no longer get the elongated s alone. You will also know from which value does the x start and where it ends. So you can also integrate a function between defined limits, example x equals to 1 and x equals to 2. You write it as the normal integration. You simply add the limits on the elongated s. So you solve by doing the normal integration. Here, the value of the integral is x to the power 3. However, you do not write plus constant. You will put brackets and be careful that it is a standard notation. Then, notice that you will use the parentheses form. This is also a standard notation inside the integration. Then you write the maximum value for x, which is 2. So you write 2 to the power 3. You simply replace x with the upper limit, minus the minimum value for x, which is 1. It is the lower limit. Now you solve simple algebraic equations. 2 cubed minus 1 cubed. That means 8 minus 1, the answer is 7. As a recap, there are 3 stages when you work out a definite integral. First of all, we have the statement, which defines that we have integration for a function with respect to x, where x starts from a and ends at b. After the statement, we solve the integration and we use the square brackets where we need to put the limits like this. Finally, there is the evaluation, where we have the round brackets or the parentheses. Here we substitute. We write the upper limit minus the lower limit. Now, pay attention to this point. You should note the notation for evaluating definite integrals and aim to use it when answering questions. So, you should know when to use the square brackets and when to use the round ones. There is a different way where we can define this integration. That is, integral of f prime of x dx starting from a to b, it is f of x from a to b equals f of b minus f of a. F prime means the derived function of f with respect to x within the interval ab.